Good afternoon, hello. My name is Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and for the next 5.5 weeks, I'm taking you on board day to day with my 6-week, I'm calling it a transformation because it is a transformation in terms of how I'm living my life, but I don't expect it to be like oh, you were chunky and now you're ripped. If that happens, then great, but that's not the purpose. So I'm 5 days in, and at day 5, this is the point where in the past I failed. I've done a few days, it's good and easy, but then you're like, oh, well done, pat on the back, you've ate well, you've trained well, treat yourself to a pizza or treat yourself to whatever. And sometimes that's fine, but this has always been the point that I've treated myself and then it's all gone to pot. So I'm trying not to do that. Well, I am not doing that. Let's have a look at some things that I'm going to talk about day to day now. So first of all, my sleep for last night. So sleep is important. I'm only just beginning to pay attention to it. It's not always within your control. I know I have more control perhaps than most people do, because I don't have any children waking me up in the night. But I do have a cat, so same thing. Sleep score good, 8 hours and 7 minutes. Garmin says, well done, you trained late last night, I hope you sleep. Cool, cheers, I went to the pool and did a swim. In terms of like sleep stages and zones, that's quite good for me. It's for me to get 8 hours sleep is good, and I don't know what the breakdowns in between mean. I don't really think I can control that, to be honest. I can't get through the night without a toilet stop, I know that, but there you go. Weigh in. Let's have a look. 96.6 kilos this morning, down 0.1 kilo. I'm not hanging my hat on this day to day. It's like fluctuations happen. I just need to make sure that I'm gradually trending downwards. In the last 2 months, I put on about 7 kilos. So I want to get back down to 90-ish, and then I'll work from there is the plan. You see my sort of 7-day tracker there, and then 4 weeks, a bit longer. I'm roughly where I started 4 weeks ago, which is fine because I put a bit of weight on. But if I go to 1 year, you can see the trend there. That's not a graph I want to see going up, but there you go. Some cool things going off on this channel a bit more longer term, so I just want to say thank you very much to those who support me on Patreon. Now, I don't really use it much in terms of like plugging it on here. I probably should do more of that. And I don't hold any content back on Patreon. I don't put a paywall in between these videos and you guys, but I do put them up on there earlier than when they go out on YouTube. So very often they'll get early access. That's sort of all I can offer. I know the people on there generally probably just support me because they want to, rather than getting the videos a day or two early. I don't know. But because of that, I have just booked, well, last night, booked flights for, because you might have seen yesterday, Lee and I are going to Calpe in February, booked flights for my video guy to come and help me out. So Chris Wilson Visuals has helped me out at events this year, helping me make event videos that bit better. And I say help me out, like I do pay him and that's fine, but like I have to weigh up what I'm doing in life. And the Patreon money has basically covered the flights for him in February. So that's going to enable me to make some great content. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it and find it motivational. So thanks very much, basically. Right, I'm going to get back home now. I'm going to not walk in through the house with my muddy shoes on. I am walking around in Nike, Alpha Fly, Tempo somethings for no reason other than they were near the back door, and this field is much muddier than I had hoped it would be. But yeah, a little overview there. I'm going to go and have some lunch now. That'll be beans on toast, and then I'll see you this evening for bike session. Let's go. Liz is home. Liz is home. Liz is home. Liz is home. Liz is home.
Quick, give me a microphone.
Quick. Evening routine. Hello, you okay?
Yes, thank you.
You good day at work?
Very busy.
Liz, today's Friday.
Whoop, whoop.
We normally do a Friday dance, don't we?
Yeah, we love a Friday dance.
Are we going to do it, or?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Right, well, you're quiet in the dining room now, aren't you? We're actually quite happy it's the weekend, aren't we?
Yes.
Friday, it's good to come around. What we've got to catch up about today, now I'm doing this daily vlog thing, day 5. What am I normally like, day 5 into a new sort of scheme, new sort of thing?
Oh, hard work.
Normally this is the point it all falls to bits, isn't it? Yeah. No, genuinely is though, isn't it? Like, I get this far and we'll do things like, oh, you've had a great week, so therefore you can whatever, and then it all falls apart. Now, it's pizza night tonight, isn't it?
It is.
Which is is a treat. That's not allowed.
Ronnie.
Yeah, that's squirty
And we're going out for dinner tomorrow night.
Yes, but the difference is now is I'm thinking about these things. So, for example, with pizza night tonight, in fact, I'll cover it in more detail when I actually eat the damn thing later on. I'd normally I know, you shouldn't be on here. Let's just pick him up with you so don't go on. You shouldn't be. I thought I trained him with a squirty bottle. And I'm thinking about it, so I'm not going to pile loads of cheese on it and loads of sauce on it and stuff. I'm going to log it like now so I know what it is, and then I'll think about it a bit more. And tomorrow night we are going out, aren't we, because we want to go out for a meal together. Well, the specific reason is your Vinted business has took off, hasn't it? Hasn't it, Liz?
Took off ages ago.
Yeah, it's absolutely rocketed. What's happened today?
I sold one of your tri-suits, didn't I?
Which is great business for Liz because the profit margin is 100%.
Yes.
Because she doesn't buy them in the first
Apart
place.
from, you said, oh, well, with that money, you should go out for a meal. So
because,
actually, it's not 100%
Yeah, because I don't see it otherwise. I thought, well, if I'm ever going to see any value from it, I need to get us to do something together. So I said, that money you sold that tri-suit for, let's go out for a meal. It probably won't, it might cover £65, sort of, wouldn't it? It might cover a meal out. We don't go that fancy places, do we? Nope. But we're going for an Indian, so I know that will be rice, veg, curry sauce, poppadoms, naans. But I'll be thinking about that tomorrow, so I probably won't eat as much in the daytime. I know. Yeah. What you got planned for the weekend? You doing anything tonight?
No, just admin, and I want to do the food shop order ready for Sunday tonight.
Yeah.
Do a couple of jobs and got a couple more episodes of Married at First Sight to watch, so I will catch up on those.
I bet some of these people watch that. Who's your favourite
tomorrow,
couple?
it's finished now. It's the aftermath. Tomorrow, the weather's not going to be very
I caught a glimpse of
good.
the other day. It's when they come back together after a few weeks and they decide if they're going to be together or not. But they haven't told each other, so they come back together, make this whole scene, and then decide whether they're going to stay together or not. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, we nearly fell then. Tomorrow, the weather's not going to be very good, but we have got jobs to do, haven't we, as well?
We've got jobs to do. Yeah, definitely.
We've got jobs to do. Actually, not allowed on there. And Rupert's Path needs strimming.
It does need strimming, you're right. It's fucking
Oh, he likes to chew on microphones.
And you've driven the taxi all week. Should we stretch out another week? Or
Oh,
shall I chew that
no,
battery
you've got
tomorrow?
that battery to do as well.
You did offer to help me, didn't you, Liz, the other day by doing what?
Holding an umbrella up over you.
If it's raining, because there's no way I'm getting out of it, apparently. Anyway, right, I'm going to get on the bike now because it is a tough session and planned, so...
You haven't asked me about Sunday yet.
Oh, what are we doing Sunday?
Mum and Dad are coming over in the morning to put my new door handles on upstairs for me.
I can't wait.
And then...
Where's your mum coming? No offence, but she doesn't know how to fit door handles.
she's coming to see me.
Why don't you stay at home?
Whoa! She's coming over to visit.
See you soon, Sharon.
And then I'll do some sort of exercise in the afternoon then, I think, with Cherie.
Oh, okay. Very good. All right. Bike time then.
Yeah.
This is any more than yours heard? Okay, so I just recorded a clip talking about what the session is tonight, what the training effect is, all that jazz, but it's not happened. I've done 7 minutes on the bike, my right knee is not good, I can feel it twinging. I did a couple of tiny surges and it just like, acute pain. I feel like it's one thing after another at the minute, but doing this is such a big help because what would normally happen now is I'd have this bad experience or I'd have a niggle or miss session or whatever. I'd then go to the shop and get some sweets and chocolate and eat a load of rubbish, and that might go on for a few days. I feel like now I'm more on top of my mental state with dealing with these challenges. I'm not over it by any means, but I feel like it's better, and this is a big help for that. If I'm standing here now telling you that I'm not going to go off the rails and, I don't know, get wrist deep in a tub of Ben & Jerry's, then I'm not going to do that, is the plan. So hopefully that helps. Now, if I'm trying to analyse this niggle, did a Zwift race on Tuesday, it was quite hard. I felt it during that race and I've finished it and it was hurting a bit towards the end. I've then given it a day off the bike and that's not helped, so I'm going to give it, it's frustrating, but a couple of days off the bike. Now if I'm looking for causes, I'm fairly sure I know what it is. Now I don't want to get into a product bashing thing on this video because I've got something ongoing with Wahoo at the minute where I'm hoping to get these things swapped, but I'd noticed before the start of today's session, as you can see, I have some gaffer tape around my seat post and you can see it's all scrunched up because it had slipped, so I put it back up before tonight's session and I've obviously been riding it slightly lower than I'd set it. It must have happened over time, because you know what it's like when you ride a bike quite a lot, you notice it. If somebody was to drop your saddle by a centimetre overnight, you'd notice it, and I haven't noticed it, but I have now noticed this knee pain. So maybe it is a factor, maybe it isn't, but either way, at least I've sorted it now, so I know it's the right height for ongoing. But I've just got to think about and process how I'm going to deal with this. Now, I feel like now, if I can't run, if I can't ride as well, I'm struggling genuinely, but I don't know, it don't feel that bad right now, so I'm hoping that a day or two, easy, will sort it. But thinking more shorter term, well, tonight, I can't do anything tonight because the pool's only open for a swim club tonight. We're not in the swim club, so I can't go there. If I want to go for a walk or it's pitch black and cold, I'm just going to write tonight off. Tomorrow, I plan to do a couple of hours on the turbo in the morning. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to the pool and get a good swim in, whether it's a long swim, whether it's a decent session, whatever it is. I'm going to go, I'm going to try and have a good quality workout. It doesn't need to be like, oh, instead of riding my bike 2 hours, I'm going to swim for 2 hours. It doesn't need to be that. It does just need to be a swim. And then I'm going to focus on the other things I can focus on. Putting this video together, making some other videos about some journey related things I've wanted to do for so long and not really had time to. I'm going to have some time to start tomorrow. Still got some jobs to do around the house. You know, I've got to formulate in my head, what am I going to do in place of this that's going to give me that satisfaction? And those things will give me that satisfaction. Taking jobs off the jobs list Liz has given me for the last 6 months will give me, and probably more Liz, satisfaction. So I've just got to find those things to focus on. That's how I'm dealing with it, to be honest. And I'm also dealing with it by putting that on here now. So yeah, I started being coached 2 months ago, and I feel like since then my training's been garbage. The sessions that I've been set and the ones I've done, it's good and it's good training, but I mean in terms of like my training ethic prior to this week and now just the niggles I've been dealing with, I feel bored of saying excuses. Oh, I started that but then I did this, and oh, I couldn't do that because it is genuinely not me when it comes to training, and it feels I'm bored of saying these things. I'm gonna have to write and message Chris now and say, oh, my knee's not any good. I'll take a day off tomorrow and see how it is Sunday. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be like, I'm your number one athlete, those sorts of things. But I know that it is mid-November. I'm not panicking yet, but I do want to be healthy and in a good training routine soon. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm sorry that there's not been much training content either today or yesterday, but this is part of the journey. There's so much more that goes into it than just training, isn't there? So I'm sure there is in your lives as well. So thank you very much for watching and for the support. I do hope that in the next few days there's going to be a heck of a lot more fun training content, because that is what I really, really enjoy. But I appreciate the support nonetheless. So hit subscribe and like and all that jazz, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much.